Hey, hello all. So welcome to another video in I Love Ruby playlist in data making. So yeah. So till last time we saw about like how to get started with Ruby and doing some math and all those stuff. This time we'll see about variables, right? So what is variable? Okay, let me launch my IRB, that is Interactive Ruby. Mm, so let's look at variables. What is variable? Okay, it's there in its name itself, like variable. So you can vary it. Okay, so a variable is nothing like some kind of letter that holds, or letter or word or something like that that holds some value, so that like it makes programming easier for humans. Okay, so let's keep a variable called phi and assign it to a value. Sorry, let's keep a variable called a and assign it to a value 5. Okay, so you can imagine like a box or a bucket containing 5 pebbles or something like that, a box containing 5 pebbles or something like that. So similarly, let's have something, another variable called b that contains 3. Okay, imagine there are two boxes labeled a and b. One contains 5 pebbles, another contains 2 pebbles. Okay, so what will happen if you pour all the pebbles into another box called c, right? C will have 8 pebbles. Okay, so this is the thing. Like, okay, like you just imagine like a box. A box can contain any number of pebbles. Imagine like, okay, it's a box of unlimited size and it can just take pebbles upon pebbles and all those stuff. So that is actually variable. Okay, so this is what we call as variables in programming, and this is how you can do. Okay, so the one advantage of variables is you can give meaningful names to your programming operations. So let's say like I have 50 mangoes. Let me put Control L and clear it. Mangoes, and I have 50 mangoes. So from now on, if I type mangoes, okay, you can even type MAN and press tab, and you'll get it auto completed. Okay, so that's one good thing in IRB and even in some text editors. Okay, so there is mangoes, and then I have a buy price. Okay, I buy a mango for 10 rupees or something like that, right? Actually, 10 rupees getting mango in India, it's impossible, right? Okay. And you have a sell price. Okay. That's a nice 50% margin. Okay. So I want to, what to say, calculate profit per mango. So that is like, okay. So this will be like sell price. Okay. I press tab and it's not auto completing. Okay. Sell. Okay. Price and minus buy price. Okay. Right. So the profit is 5 rupees per mango. So I can just type in profit and press enter and look at it. Okay. So what will be my total profit? Okay. Total profit should be equal to the mangoes times profit per mango, right? PRO. Oh, okay. Profit per mango. Okay. So there is a thing called proc and protected methods in Ruby. So that's why it didn't autocomplete profit. Okay. So, okay, so by selling all these 50 mangoes, hopefully nothing gets bad or spoiled or something like that, or overripe or something like that. If I'm able to sell 50 mangoes for this buy and sell price, I'm getting 250 rupees profit. Okay. So, look, you are able to, what to say, do all these things, and we can even vary this mangoes count. And okay, what if I buy 72 mangoes? So now the total profit. I'm pressing the up arrows and down arrows, okay, to go to previous statements and all those stuff. Okay. So the profit will be 360 rupees. So that's the thing. So this is what to say, variables are, and this is how you can use to, or to say, ease your calculations and all those stuff. It's better not to give names like A, B, and C. It's better to give some sensible names. So let this also be a lesson in that sense. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, so and let's look at some kind of naming conventions in Ruby. So uh, you can't have a variable like, okay, you can't have a, okay, so let me just show it, right? So move it, okay, so there are some rules to follow to name a variable, not only in Ruby, in most of the programming languages, okay. You should not have space, okay, so you can't have like number of mangoes is equal to 72. No, you can't, okay. So maybe you can have something like this. Let me put controller number, you can separate with underscore or something like that, okay. So that's the thing, okay. And okay, right. And these are all okay, the right names, okay. So like the right names, you can have underscore, a variable can start even with underscore, okay. Mangoes is equal to 72, okay. So you can put like that, it's perfectly legal, okay. So you use it only in certain situations in professional Ruby, but yeah, as a beginner, yeah, you can use it, okay. You can't have a variable like, okay, like 50 mangoes, okay, 50 mangoes, no, you can't have it, right? So you can't even have it like 50 mangoes. Okay, so the Ruby interpreter doesn't know if you mean 50, it means number or variable or something like that. Look, it just flags red. Today's IRB is so smart, it just flags red and all those stuff. Okay, so that's the thing. And these are all okay. You can't have variables like something like total cost or something like that. Total cost is equal to 1, 2, 3 or something like that. 1, 2, 3, right? No, that's not allowed. Okay. And you can't even have like something like mango, right? Mango is equal to 50. Okay. It will allow you to set, but this is not a variable actually. Mango, right? It's equal to 50. Okay. So maybe if you put mango dot class, okay, it says integer. Okay. But you can't vary it. If you vary it, Ruby will throw out a warning at least, but in Ruby 3, I am not sure like what it will do. Like, okay, but yeah, look, actually, these are all actually called as constants. Whatever starts with a capital letter is called constants. You shouldn't be able to change it in almost any programming language, but Ruby allows us to change constants. That's a very, very unexpected behavior, but that's how Ruby behaves, right? And you can't have something like 34 signals or something like that. Okay, so any variable in Ruby like this, it's not good, right? So that's the thing. So a variable can start with a letter or underscore, and it can't start with a number, but it can have numbers in the between or something like that. And it can't start with a capital letter, but it can have a capital letter in the between or at the end or something like that. Okay, so buy price is equal to. Okay, come on. Why it isn't getting copied? Buy price can be like 50 or something like that. Yeah. This is a perfectly okay variable. Okay, but the only thing is the capital letter should not, it should not start with a capital letter. And similarly, a variable should not start with a number, but it can have number in between, number at end or something like that. Okay, right. So these are all the what to say things you need to remember while naming a variable. Okay, so that's the thing. We'll see what variables are used for. Okay. And okay, let's say like okay. There is a thing called underscore. Okay, so let us keep like 87 to the power of 12. Okay, so let me clear it out, putting controller. So 87 to the power of 12 is huge number. You can't keep typing it. Okay, so the one way to avoid typing it is like, okay, I found 87 to the power of 12. Now I want to multiply it by 5. Okay, so I just assign it to a variable 5, and now I just put a star 5, and yeah, it gives another big number. Okay, so that's how it is. Okay, but the thing is like, okay, let's say like I just typed 87 power 12. Okay, so okay, right, and I don't want to assign it to any variable. So what I can do is like I can use this thing called underscore. If I type underscore and enter, underscore is nothing but the thing you find beneath your dash in your computer. Okay, so sorry, not beneath your dash, above your dash in your computer. So just put shift dash. Okay, this is dash or minus, this is underscore. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, so if you put underscore, this works only in Ruby REPL. This does not work in Ruby if you type Ruby in text files and keep those things, no, it does not work. Okay, so this works only in Ruby REPL. If you put underscore and press enter, you'll get the last result. It's just like the answer key in the calculator. Okay, so now what I can do is like underscore star phi, and I'll be getting some answer. Okay, so that's the thing. This is a special kind of variable. Okay, now if you put something like okay, 1 plus 2, this underscore will be what to say, will have that answer. Okay, so that's how it is. Okay, so that's the thing, right? Now let's look at a thing called constants. Constants is okay, you can't vary it in Ruby. Okay, so a constant is almost like a variable but starts with a capital letter. Okay, so that's the thing. So I'll just put a constant and I'll assign it. Okay, this is the value of pi 3.1428, I think. Okay, so and now I want to find area of circle. So it's pi r square, right? Pi star r, okay, double star 2. This is r square, right? Okay. So, okay, okay. I didn't define r. Okay. Let me put r is equal to 7, right? And, okay, pi star r square. Okay, so that's how it is. Okay. So there is a method in evaluating this. Okay, so the Ruby first encounters this one. It could very well do like okay, pi star r, and it can square this. Okay, but it doesn't do that. Okay, there is a thing called operator precedence. The square operator, there is the power operator presides first. Okay, and then and so it finds r square, that is 7 into 749, and this has been multiplied with pi. Okay, that is like 3.1428. Okay, so that's how you get this answer. It doesn't do like okay, let me do pi star r and then square it. Okay, but if you want to enforce that, okay, pi star r I want to do first or something like that, you can put a brackets around it, so whatever inside brackets is evaluated. Okay, but yeah, of course we know the right equation for circle area is pi, and it's like this. Okay, so so since I know this operator precedence, I typed it like this. But in professional environments, what I say is it's better to say explicitly. It's not like it's not more important to show off your skills or something like that in professional environments. It's like more of a collaboration and how you can help the company and how the company can help you. Of course, today it's not like the company can help you or something like that, because like companies have become really jealous. It's a very what to say, sad thing. But yeah, you have to, since you are a professional, maybe the company might not be a company that's worthy to have professionals, but you should be professional. Okay, so it is better that you what to say, you follow the right rules of coding and all those stuff. Okay, so that's the thing, right? So I put pi is equal to 3.1428. Now if I try to assign pi is equal to pi, Ruby will throw a warning, but still pi would have changed. Okay, so this is not at all a expected behavior, but that's how Ruby behaves, right? So so that's the thing, right? Okay. Next we will go into a thing called strings. Okay, so I don't know how big strings are. So um okay, yeah, it looks fairly small. Okay, so let me just finish in this video itself, right? So strings are nothing but okay, imagine like okay, a string of pearls. Like you have a lot of pearls and you just string it and it just becomes a necklace. Okay, so string is also like that. It's nothing but a string of characters. Okay, so you join a lot of characters like HELLO and WORLD, and then it just becomes a string or a sentence or a word or something like that. Okay, so those are called as strings. Okay, so that's the thing. So you can put okay quotes, like usually strings are enclosed in double quotes, but you can also put single quotes, not at all a problem, right? So but yeah, there are some constraints. Let us see and all those stuff. Okay, so okay, yeah, fine, right? And okay, so okay, so like I have a thing like okay, time now is equal to, I'm just putting time dot new. Don't worry about if you don't know what time dot new and all. When you read classes, objects, and all those stuff, you will know what it is. Okay, so that's the thing. And now I'm just saying like, hello world, the time is now what to say, time now. Okay, so the time new is stored in variable time now. Okay, so I'm just putting it. So it says hello world, the time now is whatever. Okay, so that's the thing, right? But okay, yeah. If I put something like this one in single quotes, then you'll know the difference. Okay, so okay, right. If I put it in single quotes, okay, look, you're just getting it like time dot now. Okay, so what happens? Okay, so let's see over here. So maybe in video recording, red over black might not be visible, very much visible. So I'm just trying to explain it over here in my book. Okay. So over here, like what happens is if you have something like hash followed by curly braces and some expression followed by close curly braces, and you can put some Ruby expression in it and it gets evaluated provided that the string is in double quotes. Okay, so and it just gets evaluated and the evaluated expression gets printed, gets converted into string, gets appended with this hello world and all those stuff, gets printed. So a lot of thing happens even though you don't realize it. Okay, but if you put in single quotes, it means that it's totally a literal stuff. Okay, so even though this is a Ruby expression and all those things, uh, Ruby doesn't care. It doesn't even bother to look what is inside the string and evaluate if you put single quotes. Okay, but yeah, you can print it like this and see. You will wonder why this slash. It's called as something called escape sequence. I'll tell about it later. Okay, so but yeah, you can just put something like okay, put s and then what to say. You can just put something like this. No, no, not like this. Okay. Yeah. And okay, if you press Control A, it'll go to the beginning. You can put this over here. Look, that slash now disappears. Okay, so now you can just see time dot now. Okay, the slash is nothing but escape sequence or something like that. Look, you have the slash over here. It's called as escape sequence. So even if I put something like this, don't worry about it now. So we'll see when we see it. Okay, so don't worry about escape sequence and all those stuff. Okay. So that's the thing. Okay, so right. So string functions are there. So if you want, okay, so there is a thing called my name is Billa. Okay, Billa is nothing but it's a very famous movie character that got released in Tamil Nadu or something like that. It has been acted by a person called Rajnikant, and Rajnikant is also very famous in what to say Japan. Like okay, so I think I also tweeted about Rajnikant to Mats, and he saw one of the movies. Okay, so wait, let me see whether I can search for a tweet. Okay, so search Mats. Okay, Mats incident, right? Okay, okay, not Mats. Okay. Okay. Right. I need to take this and yeah. Okay, right, yeah. So I tweeted to Matt saying that okay, you must watch a Rajnikant movie, and he said I watched the Robot Indian. Okay, so this actor also played in this movie called Billa. Okay, so like yeah, Japan and Tamil Nadu doesn't have does it doesn't what to say, like we had like a lot of prehistoric ties or something like that, and something and all those things. It is also said like paddy cultivation. Japanese learn paddy cultivation from Tamil people or South Indian people or something like that. But yeah, somehow this cultural ties even goes on till even today. Like, but the thing is, like most of the people of Tamil Nadu don't like internet, but Japanese are crazy about Rajnikant. Okay, so that's the thing, right? So Rajinikanth is he's actually I think he's from Karnataka. He came to Tamil Nadu and he became an actor over here. If you become an actor in Tamil Nadu, you are a Tamilian, right? So that's the thing, right? So that's the thing, and yeah, right. Let me remove all those unwanted stuff. Okay, so I've just put my name is Billa and I just put a length and it says it has 16 characters, including the space. Okay, so if I remove the space and all, it will get reduced. Okay, so that's the thing, right? So, and I can reverse a string very easily, right? So these are all some string functions. Okay, so I can reverse a string very easily, right? Oh god, okay. That's okay. Put Control C. Okay, wait. Yeah, I can reverse a string. I can capitalize a string. Capitalize means the first character is will become capital. Okay, let me try this one. If I put CAP and press tab, yeah, capitalize. Okay, yeah, yeah. So the first letter will be capitalized. So you can see the result over here. And similarly, upcase will make this first thing. Okay, everything like in every letter capital. Okay, the down case. Okay, even if you give it in capital and down case, it'll make it as what to say small letters. And next is something like something funny. Okay, so what I'll do is like, okay, if I just give like, okay, a dot next, it'll put b, and if I put b dot next, it'll put c. So it'll just keep on generating next thing. And let me put z dot next. It'll put A. Okay, right, fine. Very good, right? And okay, I can even check whether it's an empty string or something like that. This will be useful in applications if you want to check the user input. Okay, so if it's empty, once again ask. Okay, it's not empty, so it's returning false. Okay, and let's see whether an empty string is really empty. Yeah, it is empty, so it's returning true. Okay, there is a typo here. I need to put small true. Okay, right. Uh, okay, right. Okay, fine. So, like, okay, so I will go into string concatenation. Okay, so you can add strings with a plus. Okay, so I just have a string over here, right? Hello world. So I have hello space empty, that is then a space and then plus world. Okay, so that's how I just have it, and you just get hello world. Okay, so that's how it is, right? And I can put something like, okay, string one. Okay, I'm just putting this in variables. Okay, so string one is hello, and string two is world. String two is world. Okay, and now I can just give like string one plus space plus string two. So I should be getting hello world. Okay, so there is a funny thing in Ruby, and it's also there in Python. Okay, so you can multiply a string. So if you just put like string start in any string start in, it'll get multiplied 10 times. So if at all you want to get purified and want to chant Om or something like that, okay, Hindus do it. So you can just put something like that. Okay, so that's the thing, right? And there is a thing called escape sequence or something like that. Let me just put it, and let me just try to explain, right? So if you see, if I just say put as hello world, or if I just put it without this carriage return, okay, so what happens is, okay, this prints hello world, but what this slash r does is it means it's carriage return. That is, you see the typewriter, right? Like they will do something like this. Okay, the carriage will return back. So the carriage will return, and after whatever is after this slash r, that is the carriage return. That is like space world gets printed on top of hello itself. Okay, so that's called carriage return. Okay, similarly you have a thing called new line. New line is, okay, whatever follows slash is called as escape sequence in string. That is the backslash, not the forward slash. Okay, so this is new line. Okay, so you can put something like, okay, like this, right? So hello world. Okay, so this is how it is. And if you want to escape sequence, okay, you can put something like this one, right? Okay, right. So look, I'm just showing. Right, let me just show it. Hey, come on. What is happening? Didn't I copy? Uh, why why copy is not appearing? That's funny. Yeah, now it's appearing. Okay, so this slash n means, okay, there is slash n, but you're putting another slash before the slash. Okay, so before the second slash, so that slash itself gets escaped, so it will be printed like hello slash n world and hello, and this slash n means carriage, sorry, print a new line, so it'll come to new line and it'll just print space world. So that's how it is. Okay, so that's the thing. And there is also a escape sequence for tabs and all those stuff. I think you can read about escape sequence in what to say, in Wikipedia or something like that, right? So slash t means tabs. Okay, so even though there is no space over here, it has a good amount of space between leave long over here. So that okay, so that is escape sequence. So let us see whether Wikipedia has an article. So right, escape sequence. Yeah, escape sequence is there. So it's almost there in any every programming language I know. So uh, maybe you can read it. Okay, but I'm not sure. Like whether yeah, it says something about it, but whether it'll be very useful for a beginning Ruby programmer, I don't think so. But yeah, you can just follow my book and all those stuff. But yeah, I like it. I also like to say like it's not just my book you should follow for learning Ruby. You should also read some more Ruby books, look at blogs and all those stuff. Okay, so that's how it is. So yeah, we saw about like what we saw now, like we saw about variables, we saw about strings and all those things. Next time we will use text editor. I think I've even put Genie in my system, so and it seems to work okay. So I will try to type in Genie itself. The only thing what I'm not getting is like uh, I'm unable to increase the size of what to say text over here. Okay, right. Okay, so that's the thing. But apart from that, Genie is okay. Otherwise, if it gives me a lot of trouble, I'll try to use Atom text editor. Okay, so that's how it is. Maybe I also need to put a link for Atom and all those things, VS Code and all those things. But try to use a very, very simple text editor. And there is also a thing called gedit in Linux, and it is a very, very simple text editor. So I would say like Linux people, please use it. Okay, there is a gedit for Mac. Oh God. Okay. I don't. Oh God. Okay, gedit is there for Mac. That's really good. I need to try it. Okay, fine. Okay, you Linux people and even Mac people can use gedit, and there is TextMate is also free. I think. Okay, now before it costs. Okay, so TextMate is also there. Like if you see this guy, like this Ruby on Rails guy, right? Ruby on Rails.org, right? If you even see this video, this guy is actually DHH, okay? David Helmier Hansen. Why can't he have a Tamil name? So, so yeah. So he also uses okay TextMate and all those stuff. But yeah, let me just try to see which is good for Mac and all those stuff. I want to use TextMate. I don't know, like possibly like looking at Rails people or Ruby people coding in TextMate for so long has made me look for it or something like that. I'm not sure. Okay, so let me just try these editors and choose one for what to say uh, for this tutorial, right? So anyway, it's been a I enjoyed doing this video. I hope you also enjoyed it. But yeah, like let's meet in next video. Till then,